day to day?
I think it's hot.
Hot?
It's actually...
It's hot, or is it you?
No, it's been hot the last 3 days.
You've
We've
been hot ever
used
since
to...
I've known you.
Oh, okay. Well, you're talking symbolic. Okay. No, it's hot out here.
It's hot. It is. Well, you
It's
know,
a little bit warm, but it's worth what we're about to talk about.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
not as bad as what has been the last few days.
Absolutely.
Okay, I
not.
think it was maybe in the 80s or 90s, and for Texas this time of year it's not so bad.
Exactly. That type of temperature, but it's blazing today.
Blazing today. Now, you know what? Let's talk about something. The Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah.
What were you thinking when you came up with the idea of putting this event together? Why? Because typically when we put events together, we're looking for a big party, a big celebration. And what's taking place in this event is not only the celebration, but the opportunity to be enlightened on what really happened during the time of the Emancipation Proclamation.
I think mostly it came to me versus me going to it, the idea. I've done a lot of research and I've seen a lot of disappointments. For instance, in 2008 was the commemoration, the 200th anniversary of the signing of Thomas Jefferson's 1808 Act. Well, it was effective in 1808 for the banning of illegal importations of slaves. And throughout our country, it had not been commemorated. And I decided that in August of 2008, I purchased the rooftop of Senator Royce West's building, and I did a public gathering, party. I hired a DJ. Many people donated food up there, and it was open to the public. So when I saw that that it was effective on January 1st, and yet it took me August 23rd to actually do the event, I didn't want to see that happen to the Emancipation Proclamation, so I decided to do the kickoff luncheon, giving everybody ample time to see that next year is the 150th anniversary of the Emancipation Proclamation in our lifetime.
Wow. Now, when you hear or think of the word Emancipation Proclamation, what comes to mind?
Emancipation meaning the freedom, liberty, the ending of something.
But what comes to your mind? Does freedom come to your mind, or is it just
what comes to my
quoting
mind?
The words of what it is.
The Emancipation Proclamation. Well, it's everything. It's everything that just about took place for so many unfortunate folks that were enslaved. Just to know that they were Harriet Tubman and John Brown and Nat Turner and all the things that they did to allow us to have the freedom that we have right now. They risked their lives, and I am one of those people that believe that we have modern day slavery right now, and people are risking their lives, including myself, by trying to bring awareness to people.
You said something. It made me think of human trafficking.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Well, the United Nations, I received a book back in 2008 with the United Nations, and they sent me some startling reports that we have over 300 million slaves in our world today, an additional 249 million slaves of children and between the ages of 5 and 18. The United States, we just recently reported, out of the entire 10 years, we've reported other conditions or slave-like conditions around the world. For the first time, we reported ours in 2010. So when you start to see that you have all these kidnappings that are not Amber Alert, they're not really posting them, and then you read that additional 33% of these kidnappings are African American children.
Wow.
And not to segregate anybody, slavery is bad no matter what. Color, gender. But when you look at slavery and modern day slavery, you can't help but reflect back on what has taken place and that type of slavery. And it's just, we still have it.
Wow.
And it's just really, really difficult, because when I looked at the commemoration of illegal importation of slaves and the 200th anniversary was in 2008, and I commemorated it. It wasn't until afterwards that I felt really, really saddened that, wow, as I learned modern day slavery, we have importation of slaves right now.
Right.
So to have commemorated something knowing that we still have it, it's troubling, and it hurts me. And when I think about the Emancipation Proclamation, maybe this way I can use it as a vehicle for everyone to realize that we have slavery in our world today, in our country. There are children that are suffering right now, and they need our help. They're crying out. God has heard their cry. August 21st, 1719, there was a slave by the name of Toussaint in Haiti, Domingo. What is it, Toussaint? Yes. And he rose up against slavery in 1791, and that is one of the reasons that we are free today, because it was the first successful revolt of the abolition. And Haiti is suffering right now because of it.
And I've seen the evolution of the Venita that I met years ago to the Venita that I know today. The things that you've committed to at this stage in your life, that serious stuff, that changing of the world, you know, committing yourself to things like the Emancipation Proclamation, doing things, making the awareness. How do you balance it all? And your mother, how do you balance it all?
It's hard. I think that when you were referencing to who I was more or less a community person. I worked for Cottrell Pro Line, so I met the whole entire community.
Right.
And I was very, very involved and active. I've always been involved and active in the communities. And that journey, I went on that sabbatical.
Yes.
For like 7 or 8 years.
Right.
Wrapped my head up.
Right.
People thought I was crazy,
But
and they continued.
You wrapped your head up. That's not a Erykah Badu wrap up,
no,
so to speak.
Well,
what do you? I mean,
I don't know why she wrapped hers.
Why did you wrap yours?
Well, I was instructed to. I was in a very, very secretive place with God, and I could clearly hear his inspirations and asking me some things to do.
So this is more faith and spirituality then, right?
Oh, very much
Did you convert to another religion or faith, or you were found yourself being closer to God?
I found myself in that walking in secret places.
Closer to God.
Very much so.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Now, when you say wrapping your head, again, women today that I see with their head wrapped, either Afrocentric or they're women practicing Islam. Okay. Now, I'm sure people probably assumed something, right? Whether she's Afrocentric, that's just Venita being Venita, or you have converted to Islam.
I actually never got questioned on it as far as if I had done some type of conversion over to some other type of religion other than Christianity. Most people knew my dedication to my beliefs as far as the Holy Spirit. So that wasn't their concern.
Have you ever studied Islam?
No, I haven't. Can't say that I haven't. I have many friends that are Islamic and from Pakistan.
Right.
Yeah. So
that is awesome. Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people, of course, but none have the history and the walk in life that you bear. So, what's next for you? And this war, I mean, it's just so peaceful. I mean, what is next for you? It's just, I had to say that because it's been in and out of my mind since we've been sitting here.
What's next?
For you.
Well, you met Calvin Pearson.
Yes.
And Calvin Pearson and I are now talking about the possibilities of when they're going to do their Emancipation Proclamation kickoff luncheon, dinner, ball, whatever it's going to be. And Hampton University is involved with it. The city of Hampton is involved with it, so I'll fly there. And a lot of civil rights activists are going to be, I guess, congregating there. So we'll all be there.
I hope you meant to me, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. I was about to take you with you.
Yeah, you're with the journey
Now,
now.
we can go on and on with this, but I have to ask this last question, something that's just another piece of, I don't really know what to call it, because it's not only is it rare, many people you're probably the only one that has received this document from President Obama.
Oh, yes. He issued, in his first year of being President of the United States, he issued the first human trafficking awareness proclamation, and then he issued another one the second year. I think it was in 2011, so 2010 and 2011, and all I saw was press releases. Proclamations with press releases.
Right.
So I believe I wrote him and asked him, I would like the proclamation. Right. I don't want it in a press release.
Right.
I want to see the proclamation, and
right.
he sent it to me.
Wow.
So,
how did that make you feel?
I was excited. I received it. I had moved, so I received it late, but it found me, and I was excited knowing that the envelope said the White House, so I knew I got something from him.
Right.
When people ask me, I guess that's why I haven't really framed it or done anything with it. I carry it around like it's a document for most people to see it, because the value of it means so much. I can't be too excited because of what it represents. It's a representation of understanding that we still have slaves in our world today, and in there he's pleading that we can and must end modern day slavery in our lifetime. He's pleading that all Americans recommit themselves.
When do you pass it on to Jamil?
When do I pass what? The proclamation?
Yes.
Well, Jamel, at one of my events in January, he read it out loud to everybody.
When is it his to hold, to bear? When does he bear that cross?
He has it right now. He's been with me on this journey. He's in the house with me. He's talking with me. He sees my tears. He picks me up off the floor when I was walking and crying and couldn't wrap my mind about, how am I going down this journey? What is this journey? And it wasn't making sense.
Right.
It was pieces. And it's like, okay, and you just do, and before you know it, it's clear.
Wow.
And it's clear. It's just weird. It's
now,
weird.
On August 21st, we're going to be at the Dallas City Hall celebrating
the kickoff luncheon for the Emancipation Proclamation. And my great-great-grandfather was Martin Dean, and he was one of the 5 elected to in Richmond to sit as an African-American mulatto for the first city council. So that's why I did it at City Hall. I did it to respect my grandfather.
Oops, you did it again.
I did it in honor of him, so they let me in.
All right.
Unbeknownst to what it was going to be or how it's going to be, and they did it.
You know this is going to be public, right? And they're going to eventually see.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the 21st is a significant day too, because it was chosen because of Tucson, 1791.
Right.
Gathered the slaves in Haiti and Santo Domingo at the time. They rose up.
Right.
On that day, they congregated.
Right.
And then August 23rd, they went for it.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we have our freedom and liberty because of Tucson.
It's a beautiful thing. But again, tune in to Fishbowl Radio Network. You're on the level with Billy Fields.
Bye-bye. I'm Venita Benitez.
Well,
yeah,
you did it again.
You did it too.
You did it better than me.
Oh, I don't think so. We did it, America.
We did it.
Yes, we made it happen, and it wasn't easy.
It wasn't.
No.
But you couldn't tell. It looks like
too
a piece.
painful.
Your work is always so
No.
impeccable.
Yours too.
But
it was so natural.
The world heard us.
I hear that.
They're listening
and
now.
you made it possible, and that we made history. Oh my God, we did it, America. We did this for you.
150th celebration
of the Emancipation Proclamation kickoff for next year, and it's so important for us. We must end modern day slavery in our lifetime.